Welcome back to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're plunging into Willy Russell's incredible musical, Blood Brothers.
A real classic.
Yeah, and our mission today is to really unpack how Russell presents that tragic ending. Is it, down to the individual?
Or is it society, the system?
Exactly, or maybe just sort of unavoidable fate. And what are the moral questions that raises for us?
Well, Blood Brothers is quite something. It's this story of fraternal twins, Mickey and Eddie.
Separated at birth.
Right, separated. And they're raised in completely different worlds, socially, economically, in Liverpool.
And this spans, what, the 50s to the 80s?
Roughly, yeah. And Russell, he drew so much from his own working class roots near Liverpool. You can feel it in the writing.
You really can. And its legacy, 24 years in the West End.
And studied all the time in schools, it clearly resonates.
Okay, let's get into this then. Because, like you said, it's not just a sad story, is it? It feels like a really profound social comment.
Yeah.
How does he do that? How does Russell weave together fate and free will and this biting critique of social injustice, all leading to that, devastating climax?
It's fascinating how he constructs it, isn't it? Meticulously. Yes, characters make choices. You've got Mrs. Johnstone's desperate decision to give Eddie away.
Which is heartbreaking in itself.
Completely. Or Mrs. Lyons manipulating things. But these choices, they're shown as being so heavily shaped, almost dictated, by the social structures around them.
Oh, okay.
So the ending, I'd argue, really lands as this powerful indictment of society's failings, especially the class system. It's not just about individual mistakes.
Right. So it's less about bad choices and more about an environment that forces people into these impossible positions.
Precisely.
And the play really hammers this home with Mickey and Eddie's lives diverging so sharply.
Absolutely. Eddie gets the privileges, the good school, university, a clear path.
A future, basically, while Mickey's stuck.
Stuck in that cycle. Facing unemployment, his mental health deteriorating. It's brutal. Russell keeps showing us it's the environment, not some inherent flaw that shapes their destiny.
So Mickey's breakdown, losing his job, the depression, turning to crime.
It's presented as a direct result of a society that just, offered him nothing. No safety net, no real prospects.
And the violence at the end, when Mickey shoots Edward.
It's not random. It's the tragic, awful culmination of a life pushed to the edge by social neglect, by that deep, deep inequality. The deaths are almost like a physical manifestation of how destructive those social divisions are.
That makes sense, framing it as society's impact. But what about the whole curse and the narrator constantly popping up, warning us?
Yeah, the curse.
Doesn't it suggest it was all fated, that they're just pawns?
It certainly builds that feeling of dread, of inevitability, but I think the curse functions more powerfully as a metaphor.
A metaphor for what, exactly?
For social determinism, really. The narrator isn't warning about magic. He's highlighting the inevitable, tragic path set by systemic injustice. It's like what the characters think is a supernatural curse is actually the invisible, crushing weight of the class system.
So it feels like fate to them, but the audience sees the social machinery behind it.
I think so, yeah. People do make choices, they exercise free will, but look at the constraints. Mickey turning to crime, yes, it's his action, but it's driven by desperation, by having no other perceived way out.
Okay, so connecting this to the bigger picture then. Blood Brothers seems to be saying the real tragedy isn't just the deaths.
No, not just the deaths themselves.
But the whole system that makes those deaths almost unavoidable. The waste of potential.
Exactly that. It forces you, the listener, to look past blaming individuals and see the collective responsibility we might have. Are we propping up systems that lead to such outcomes, or are we challenging them?
It's a powerful statement that tragedies like this aren't just bad luck. They're the predictable result of allowing massive inequality to exist.
That's the core of it, I believe. It pushes us to ask if these stories are just stories, or if they reveal something deeper, something urgent about our society that needs addressing.
So Blood Brothers leaves you with this question, really. Are tragedies like Mickey and Edward's inevitable? Or could different social structures, different choices as a society actually prevent this kind of senseless destruction? Something to keep thinking about.